Welcome to Statistics for Language Studies. Our topic in this video is data measurement. The measurement of data is the first aspect of data in statistics. Data measurement covers proportion, percentage, and ratio. Let's talk about them one by one. Proportion is the number that represents a part of the whole of a dataset and is represented by a decimal. For example, we have a study that involves 30 respondents. 80 of the respondents are female and 12 of the respondents are male. We can say that the proportion of the female subgroups is 0.6 and the proportion of the male subgroups is 0.4. We divide 18 by 30 to get the proportion of 0.6. And we divide 12 by 30 to get the proportion 0.4. We divide the number of subgroups with the total number of data to get proportion. Therefore, the proportion of a subgroup always ranges from 0.0 to 1.0. Now let's move to percentage. Percentage is the number that represents the relationship between a subgroup with the whole data multiplied by 100. Still using the previous example, we can say that the percentage of the female subgroups is 60% and the percentage of the male subgroups is 40%. We get the percentage by dividing 18 by 30 and 12 by 30 and multiply it by 100. The use of percentage is important when we want to compare different subgroups in our data and to see the contribution of different subgroups. Using the previous data, we can say that the number of female respondents is higher, 60%, than the male respondents, 40%. We can make a further analysis later to see whether the difference is significant or not. The last number in data measurement is ratio. Ratio is the number that compares two subgroups in a data set. We can compare the numbers of the female respondents with the number of male respondents. We can say that the ratio of the female and male respondents is 18 to 12 or 3 to 2. Here we can scale up or scale down the ratio as long as we keep the relationship. We can say that the female and male ratio is 90 to 60 when we scale it up. Here we multiply 18 by 5 and 12 by 5. We can say the female and male ratio is 3 to 2 when we scale it down. In writing, we can write proportion with the preposition to, like 3 to 2, or colon like 3 colon 2, or a slash like 3 slash 2. But we can just say 3 to 2 for all the three different writings. As a sample data presentations, I will present the data of a study on the what classes in the news judge blocks Trump from placing thousands of US aid workers on leave and giving them 30-day deadline. The news is published by Associated Press on February 8, 2025. Let's see the data. Here is the data of the uses of all the word classes or categories in the news. I will just talk about the four major word classes, or the noun, verb, adjective, and adverb. The noun tokens occur 197 times with the proportion of 0.45 and the percentage 45.29%. The verb tokens occur 106 times with 0.24 proportion and 34.37 percentage. The adjective tokens occur 40 times with a proportion 0.10 and percentage 9.89%. Finally, the adverb tokens occur 27 times with the proportion 0.06 and the percentage 6.21%. From the data, we can see what word classes occur most frequently or how the news is constructed. Here I use the word token to refer to the different forms of a noun. The form boys and boy are only one noun, boy, but they are different tokens. In the table, we don't need to write the percent symbol because that takes a space for the data discussion. We have got the heading percentage in the column, so the sign percent is not needed anymore. We also arrange the word classes according to the number of occurrences. We put the noun category in the highest position because it also has the highest occurrences, 197. And we put article in the lowest row because it has the lowest number of tokens. We only have 3 articles. The reason for that is that a word class with the higher number of occurrences provide more information about the text and deserve more attention from us. From the table, we can say that the noun, verb, and adjective tokens contribute the most in the text. Their proportions are 0.45, 0.24, and 0.10 respectively. We can also say that the noun tokens constitute 45.29% of the text, the verbs 24.37%, and the adjective 9.89%. We can compute the proportion, percentage, and ratio of a dataset using Excel. Let's see how we can do that. This is a table of the word categories in the text. To get the proportion of a word category, we divide the number of occurrences by the total number of occurrences of all categories. Here we can write equal to the occurrences and divide by the total number of occurrences. We have that. And then we can copy it to get the proportions of the other word categories. You can just copy it and put it and paste it over here. Well, these are the proportions of all the word categories. To get the percentage, we divide the occurrence of the word category by the total number and multiply it by 100. We can write over here equal to 197 divided by 435 multiplied by 100. And we get the percentage. The percentage is 45, or 0.29% for the noun category. You can just copy this percentage to the other cell to show or to get the percentage of the other word categories. Copy and paste. Here we see that the total number of percentage is 100%. We can also use Excel to compute the ratio of a subgroup to another subgroup. We can compute the ratio of the noun subgroup to the verb subgroup by writing equal text parenthesis C3/C4 semicolon quotation mark tag/tag quotation mark and closing parenthesis and press enter. The result is 13/7. The ratio here uses a slash. If we want to have a ratio with a colon, we can write equal substitute opening parenthesis text opening parenthesis C3/C4 semicolon quotation mark tag/tag quotation mark closing parenthesis semicolon quotation mark slash quotation mark semicolon quotation mark colon quotation mark and closing parenthesis. The use of substitute here, substitute slash with a colon. The result is 13/7. The discussions of proportion, percentage, and ratio is important in our research. By presenting the measurements, we have provided clarity, ensured accuracy, supported data-driven conclusions, and enhanced the credibility of our research. We have made the comparisons and relationships within the data more transparent. Well, language lovers, that's all about data measurement. We have talked proportion, percentage, and ratio. See you in the next video.